What is up, everybody? It's over here today. So, a lawyer he's put his comment about what he feels about Horizon Forbidden West, about the whole controversy about you buying on PS4 for $10 cheaper. And like I said, like plenty of people have said before, people really don't like Sony charge $70 for video games. Hell, I don't even like paying $60 for a video game, to be honest. But yeah, he made a statement that got the Sony fanboys real triggered. So this is what This is what this lawyer stated. Sony is light years behind Xbox on the generational transition, and honestly, in cases like this, it starts to smell duplicity and greed. So he says Sony's pretty much being greedy at this point. It's like, especially because video games make the most money as ever before in all time. They make the most money, have record sales. They even brag about how much money they make in video games right now, which is just a ridiculous amount of money right now. But yeah, it's like the whole $70 thing, I'm not a fan of. I'll probably just wait. Pretty much just wait. I'm gonna get this game day one. It's not gonna go anywhere. You're just gonna miss if you can resist the FOMO of people just talking about this game for when it comes out. And wait like a few weeks or a month, this game's probably gonna drop down significantly in price. Like, probably gonna wait to buy it on eBay like I did with Ratchet and Clank. Wait for it to get a lot cheaper when people are done with it. So probably around like a few weeks, and it's gonna probably drop down the price drastically. It's probably gonna be flooded on eBay with these used cars people beating the game already, but I'll probably wait until then to try this game out. But yeah, people are not feeling this smart delivery. Well, it's not smart delivery. That's Xbox. They are calling this dumb delivery because you gotta pay more to get the PS5 version. When it's just like, why not just make it $60? Why not? Why do they charge extra $10 for these games? It's really annoying, but that's just Sony for you. Their fans will honestly pay you that extra $10 and willingly defend paying for it too. So that's the Sony guys. Let's see what people have to say about this guy's comment right here. Thankfully, the free upgrade option here, convo boils down to you think next gen games are worth $70. Subjective. Bet Horizon Forbidden West costs way more to make than Horizon Zero Dawn. Hopefully, has no microtransactions, etc. like the last game. Regardless, all upgrades should be free, but does require dev time, dual sensory, audio, visuals, etc. The problem with this is that Sony owns the studio that makes these games. Justify the Sony price tag is for a company such as Sony making billions every quarter on a game that's not an excuse, whether it's developers' time, they pay the seller, or whatever. This isn't Moon Studios. PlayStation has 3 next-gen only games. Xbox has 1. How is PlayStation behind? I don't know. Probably consumer friendliness wise. Xbox gives you free upgrades for Xbox One to Series X for free. Well, especially when games hit on Game Pass and they like last generation versions, you put them on Series X, they get free upgrades most of the time. So, and the same thing for like PC as well too. You can like do these older games, and the developer wants to do upgrades. It's usually a free thing to do. It's usually free for the consumer, but it's only Sony that's charging you for like these director's cuts and these enhanced versions of these games. So, very telling. But apparently, people don't see that though. What Sony is charging its consumers for upgrades that should be given away for free, it screams of greed. Xbox is PlayStation Direct competitor. There is no reason why PlayStation should be nickel and diamond their clients. Yeah. LOL, better tell them that. They are projected to outsell Microsoft 2-1, so I don't think they care. They clearly aren't going to outsell Microsoft 2-1. They are failing behind the PS4 by millions and can't get any consoles out. As a gamer that owns both systems and has since 360 PS3 generation, it is so frustrating that so far this generation, Xbox gave me reasons to get into their ecosystem, while PlayStation just gives me barriers. Money is barriers to you people, LMAO. You want me to play this PS4 game in 60 FPS and your controller to shake? Give us $10 more from Sony. Now that is stealing. Good grief, the Sony can't do better because of others crowd came quick in this post. You can be a fan of software without getting worked over by the hardware side. Walk and chew gum, people. Ask Sony and Nintendo to treat you better and vote with your wallet, and they will. This is due to Sony using back office process for everything. There is no unified architecture behind Sony systems like there is with Xbox license and distribution. Horizon Forbidden West is the example of just changing the rules on the fly and using the back office to clean it up. I think you're just being too kind here. Sony has a very simple option available. Drop the PS5 SKU price by $10, refusing to do it when the upgrade is free. So they're hoping PS5 owners don't notice whether digital or disc. Oh, let's see. And Xbox is light years behind in Game of the Year winners and exclusives. You can spell the butthurtness from this comment right here. But like I said before in previous videos, the past few Xbox Studios games have been highly rated games on Metacritic, like at least 80 and above on Metacritic. So this whole the Xbox has bad exclusive thing is just an old narrative now at this point. Like seriously, it's an old narrative, but okay. Introducing stupid delivery. Yeah, this is definitely the backwards version of the smart delivery Xbox is doing right now. So let me get this straight. The platform with the next-gen games like Rift Apart and the next-gen controller of the DualSense is light years behind due to $10? This is what advanced next-gen looks like. I don't want it. Of course, he picks like the worst screenshots you can in Halo Infinite and Hellblade 2. They always got to cherry pick. Like, this is so ridiculous. And the DualSense, oh man, they treat the DualSense like like sliced bread or something. The DualSense is okay, it's not amazing. I just don't see the fascination with the DualSense controller because of haptic feedback. It's like I just stick with the Xbox controller, to be honest. He says you prefer this. Oh man. $10 isn't that much more. Maybe you could play this game on Game Pass. Oh wait. Okay, as an exclusive. That's why you can't play it on Game Pass, but okay. So true, smart delivery for the win. To be fair, PlayStation went backwards on purpose after the next-gen only games flopped in sales. This won't matter starting next year. There's nothing that's wrong with greed. I'm pretty sure everything is wrong with greed, like this guy says. But okay. Yep, PlayStation takes your money like mad crazy. LOL. I have been told the extra development is needed for the haptics, and that after triggers work out $10 per PS5 copy sold, not by developers, just by people. So just random people. Probably Sony fanboys saying this nonsense. I find it funny how just because there's a cheaper company out there that can afford to be cheap because it's already greedy, and still is in many other cases that other companies must be as well, Xbox has taken a cheap stance on game while Sony has taken a quality stance. I wonder what the breakdown is of people who don't know they could buy and upgrade with the PS4 copy and people who know and buy the PS5 copy anyways. Yeah. A lot of people stated they're just buying the PS5 copy just because it has a white PS5 logo on it, which is kind of crazy. They paid $10 extra just for a white strip that says PS5 on it. I don't know, whatever. Bad take. Like, Xbox have games of this quality. Get a load of this idiot. Wow, they're super butthurt. Exactly, Xbox is light years behind PlayStation. Meanwhile, one of the most anticipated games of this year is Starfield, which is an Xbox console exclusive and on PC as well. So that's interesting how that turns out. They say they don't have any quality games on Xbox. I would pay Sony $7 to launch day and date on PC. Instead, they are going to make me wait an arbitrary 3 years. Another way Xbox is killing it would be on PC on launch day. If this was an Xbox game, Sony is screwing up so badly this generation. I've never been less interested in PlayStation. I don't see foregoing short-term profits for long-term market share as light years ahead, to be honest. I also think the likes of Doom, Gears, etc. were necessary to show the new console hardware, as it had no new games at launch to do that. There's layers to this. Okay. You sound drunk. Sony is making people essentially pay $7 for a PS4 games. They're locking 60 frames and controller shakes behind $10 that you should get automatically. I like how you say controller shakes. That's pretty funny. Instead of just say vibrations. Okay. This is irrelevant, honestly. PlayStation so far of Xbox when it comes to games. I pay $20 extra because I know PlayStation delivers every time. So this guy says, instead of paying $10 extra, he'll pay a $20 extra for no reason. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I want the PS5 logo on a physical case, so it's $7 for me. Xbox has no generation. Funny making a stupid statement like that with a game that's light years ahead of what Xbox ever did. Really? Like, I'm gonna get Horizon Forbidden West as well, but that's not like this is like the most amazing game ever made. Like, really? Oh man, these Sony guys with their exclusives. Jeez. Sony was behind Microsoft on launch this gen hardware wise, and that is what the software library was. Perhaps Sony thought they could wing it relying on some exclusive games. This has been a Sony strategy from the get-go, though. Their entire business model is based on selling the latest console. I paid the extra $10 for the PS5 box. Let's see. A PlayStation just says money, honey. Okay. Duplicity and greed will pay apply to people that are going to have it day one of the latest and greatest hardware. Whereas in the West will be cheaper on last gen because it's last gen. You think if Game Pass didn't exist, the Halo Infinite would be cheaper on older consoles? It is really awkward when you need to pay more for just a white strip with the PS5 logo on the game box. Why do they not just do one retail version like Xbox for $60? Yeah, it is super weird when you think about it like that. Like, that's literally the only difference. You're paying $10 more for a white strip because you buy the PS4 version, it's a free upgrade to the PS5 version. So people are literally paying $10 more for a white strip that says PS5 on the box. And people are willingly defending it too, that practice. That is so dumb. That is so stupid. I don't get these guys at all. Greed, alright there, princess. You realize that Sony relies on PlayStation to stay afloat. Xbox could lose billions for decades and have no issues. And I assume you don't care about quality because Xbox charges $60 for the crap they put out is criminal. Once again, the last Xbox Series games have been all highly rated. So I don't give up what these guys keep saying Xbox games are crap. I'm really not understanding it, but they keep going with that narrative for some reason. Then he says, much butthurt I sense you. Cry like a bee, you should. Oh man, care to elaborate how Sony is light years behind Xbox because it sounds like jealousy words to me. Xbox is catching up fast, they're not already ahead. Lightyears, if literally thousands of times backwards compatible is Lightyears, okay I guess, but Sony has stated numerous times they aren't focused on backwards compatibility yet, so thousands is actually dabbling minimally. Wait till they can put effort here, lol. This all stems back to miscommunication and a PS blog where people thought they said it'd be a free upgrade, but they said they was only really supposed to be for games in the first year. Nah, I'm pretty sure they was blatantly clear the rest. It wasn't a miscommunication thing. They blatantly said this game's gonna be a free upgrade, then they took it back. So no. I like how they try to laugh at Sony. It was no miscommunication. It wasn't no miscommunication issue right there. Like what? Oh man, these Sony guys are just hilarious. Without greed, you wouldn't exist to expound or exercise law. The need balance of BS that keeps you employed. No offense to you. I would rather pay $100 for quality Sony games than accept the mediocre trash in this Game Pass. So apparently, Game Pass, one of the best services in game, is now trash now. That's interesting. Meanwhile, I bet if Sony had the same equivalent to Game Pass, these dudes would be celebrating in the streets though. But just because it's on Xbox, it's trash now. Fascinating. So I think I'm gonna conclude it right here. There's a lot of people talking in this thread right here about this. But yeah, I do think it's kind of greedy, to be honest. It's like you're literally paying $10 more just for the white PS5 chip on a box. If you buy the PS4 version, you're getting a free upgrade, which is kind of like, why even charge $10 more for the PS5 version anyway, to be honest, if it's going to be on PS4 and PS5. So, just my thoughts right here, but I definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like, this video, as always, thanks for watching, and peace.